Good morning. This is Charlotte from Fox Point Farm, and we are getting ready for our garden tour in a week. It is about the 1st of June, and the garden is looking amazing. And I just wanted to give you a little walk around. So I wanted to start here at our conifer bed, because this is probably our newest bed. We just put this in last winter, and it's really coming along. You can see here, we just got these new little conifers by Florence there to be at the entrance of this path going to the Love Shack, because we had these little bushes there that didn't do well. But in the conifer bed, besides all these great conifers, I've really added some neat salvia. And this is just cracking color. But look at this neat blue salvia. It's tall. It's probably 4.5, almost 5 feet tall. Isn't that cool? And then we've got all these really neat calla lilies that the guys at S&K gave me at the end of the year last year because they were unsold. There's a Hugster butterfly bush kind of coming around here. We've got some right here. Some salvia, but all of our conifers are doing really well, really well. And I think these are really kind of neat. See these small little plants here in the front? I thought they were just normal lamb's ear, but they aren't. They're like miniature lamb's ear that keep these blooms on them. They've had these blooms on them for months now. So of course there's our Sheltie conifer, but the variegated iris is now blooming here too. Oh, I see some color starting to crack there on that hydrangea. I've got some neat pink penstemon here at the end of its bloom cycle. And on the other side of this bed, we've got daylilies. Ah, it's a really cool daylily bed. Here, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at those ruffly leaves and that eye. So all of these came from A.J. Pleasant's Mad Daylilies. And these particular ones back here were the ones that she's asked me to keep for her. Oh, that's a big, pretty flower. Keep for her so that she can come back to them when she gets ready. But calla lilies, I've never grown them. And they're just so perfect. Speckled leaves, these pretty flowers. I love that we got all these different colors. Just makes it fun. But for this week, this is the newest salvia. Isn't that spectacular? And I'm gonna go over here and get one pretty close-up of these hydrangeas. They're a panicle. A panicle, I think they are a type of firelight. They were not marked when I got them. Bubblegum is performing, so we love it. We love this bed there. Isn't that cool? So onward. gonna split this up into a few different sections so it's not too long. The beds are doing awesome. They've got my moonstone there. They got hit by ice this winter. Some really pretty. Those are a single bubblegum in a pot. I've got one more pot. Here are my little frog bluegrass players. There are mixed pots of succulents. The Autumn Joy is sort of taking over. Up on the porch, we have a fence to try to keep the puppies off of the porch. Keep Sniffy in the porch. But boy, those are doing well. That's probably their 4th year. And here is the other bubblegum. So I would say that Double Doozy Spirea is doing well. Lamb's Ear. I'm not sure where to put my beautiful Goldilocks. This is my beautiful Goldilocks. It's a cypress. And she's been in a pot here in the corner, but the corner, now that everything's leafed out, it's a little squished. So I just moved her out where we have a little hole in the yard for our tour to keep people from falling in the hole. But this is a neat side of the house. Look at these hydrangeas. There are 2 limelights and 2 little limes. And here in the front, in the midst of all the bubblegum, is a sky view starting to bloom. Planted that here last year or last fall. And sky view is basically a continuous bloomer. It's a big leaf crossed with a serrata, a mountain hydrangea. So it's remundant, meaning it just keeps reblooming. It blooms on old wood, new wood, all the wood. So it's pretty cool. Look how big these limelights are. The little limes are really big too. I am so happy we put these here because boy, does that give a great filter there. All right, so we're coming to this bed right here. It's our fire glow bed because there's our fire glow. And the star plants here for this time of year are these heuchera. I've got various heuchera here. Heuchera are the most amazing evergreen or evercolor plants. They hold this color all year long. They do have some flowers. The flowers, I don't grow them for the flowers. I guess this particular pink one, I love those pink flowers there. Or the chartreuse one, I love those pink flowers. But the others we grow for the leaf color, and they stay in color all year long. It's amazing. The other little show in here are our fish teapots, and those little baby fish are salt and pepper shakers. But I discovered this Blue Sky Clayworks deal on eBay, and there's a lady named Diane that makes all these things and hand paints them, and I love them. So we have a bit of a collection here and in some other places, but I love those Blue Sky Clayworks things. Our pots with hostas and Japanese maples over here are doing really well. I haven't packed them in quite so hard. But they're growing great. I've got heucheras over here, a butterfly Japanese maple on the right, a bihu on the left. The butterfly has a lot of variegation. The bihu has bright yellow stems in the wintertime. And another beautiful sky view. Now this sky view was from this year. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Pink and blue and purple blooms all on the same plant. There was a, what do we have here? A Cothaweed planted here, and it wasn't doing well. So I pulled it out, put the Skyview in with this variegated ivy, and wow, it's doing great. Coming across here, here's another one of my heuchera in the middle of some hostas and some fatsia. Coming through here, just to grab this before that elephant ear takes over the show. This area has, these ferns are incredible. They have a hard time standing up, so I'm gonna have to figure out something for that in the future. But I dug them up at my friend Deb Pye's place out of her woods. She went down and helped me. We put them in feed bags, brought them home and planted them. They didn't do that great last year, but boy, have they tried this year. So we're loving them. I've got really pretty blue hosta here. We divided everything heavy this spring to get ready for my niece Miranda's wedding, so I'd have more hostas, and just to keep everybody healthy. Look at that hosta. I think that's a Summon Substance. I didn't need more, but I had to get that chartreuse one because it was so breathtaking. We've got a little Fetzhedra there in the corner. It's going well. Some Rex begonias. A beautiful fern. My coral bark Japanese maples. We're not going to go back there quite yet. But the hosta game is alive and well here. We have got so many different, the butterfly wants you to see the white leaves. I love this butterfly so much. We have got different leaf shapes, different leaf colors. Over here, this bed, you can see chartreuse. I mean, all the colors, all the things. I even got some air plants when I was in Florida this winter. My friend Sharon we were driving around on the golf cart, and I was, Sharon, stop, so I can pick up these air plants. And I picked up a few, and I've got 3 that have done pretty well. This Japanese maple is a Verdes. I'm not saying that right, I'm sure, but that's what it is. It's doing well. It has a Christmas fairy garden underneath it because you can't see it in the summertime, but when the leaves come off, you can totally see it. I just made that little mixed container this week. Rex begonia, some impatiens, some bigger begonias. It's cool. And as you can see, we've got hostas, hydrangeas. I'll come around this way. We added some new Japanese maples. I got 3 kind of big ones and then a little one there. I'll show you this little one. This is a Sangu Kaku, I think. Dancing Peacock. It's a baby. I got it from Mr. Maple, but as it gets bigger, I'll put it in a bigger pot. Right now, we've got, this is Autumn Moon with those big full moon leaves. This should have some pretty incredible fall color. This next one is Lillian's Jewel, and it has crazy cool color and variegation. I hope you can see that. They're like purples and pinks. Even these little leaves have their own color, but this Lillian's Jewel is a really amazing colored Japanese maple if you're wanting to get started. in the maples. Really beautiful. This third one, I'll get around here so you can really see it, is called Wave Leaf. And it is a dark, dark purple. I understand it was a sport off of Purple Ghost. So you can see a little bit of that reticulation. But the leaves have this cool wave to them, which makes them feel like they're moving. And look at the black stems. So this one was chosen by Talon Buchholz, a great late Talon Buchholz, and they're a little hard to get your hands on, but oh, we were so thrilled to get one. So this is Wave Leaf. Now turning this way, I really love the way this area turned out. This area is just full of plants. And after we came home from the wedding, we had all these plants because we'd grown all the stuff for Miranda's wedding, and we had put it all around the venue, and oh, it turned out so great. Well, I had this extra chair because, of course, we had a dinner here, her wedding rehearsal dinner we held here. And so we had to seat 35 people, and it was quite a time to get everything together. But it worked out and turned out really great. And after we came home from the wedding, we had all the plants in the trailer, we were unloading them. And of course, I had no plan for them after, like, what do you do after? And I started organizing them right here around this little chair because I had an extra rug, I had an extra chair, I had these bird cages, and Speck, come over here, baby. Speck wants to get in here. We had these bird cages, and so I just organized this whole scene here. So we've got, like, if we look over here, we have a bunch of heuchera. We have these beautiful purple hydrangeas. I've got impatiens. We've got ferns. I try to mirror it on the other side. Even some geraniums in there. So that really turned out great. Coming over here, we've worked on, let me get a shot of our, you've just got to see the hostas and that one elephant ear there. We overwintered that elephant ear in the garage. You can see it's doing really well now. But the hostas are on point. I'm so excited for everybody to come. I think that is stained glass, I'm not sure. But you see, we've got different sizes, textures. Hostas are one of the best ways for you to really start a big collection of plants. My hostas were started from my mom. She had this beautiful grouping of hostas around her pool, and she shared some cuttings with me, and they grew, and they're amazing. And so many of these are babies from those original ones she gave me. Now this next area is kind of a labor of love for this year. My next door neighbor Tammy told me when we made this area right here, we should make a sitting area. And I was like, oh no, why would we do that? Yet she was right. So this is our sitting area by our garage. I have my whole staging area, the area where I organize my plants and get things together here. So we had this extra couch, outdoor couch, and I just pulled some chairs from everywhere, and we made this area, and it's turned out so great. Tammy actually gave me those pillow covers that are on the whatever color that is, peach, watermelon, whatever color that is in the back. And those are Flamingo Leoma Lovegrove pillows I've had for a long time in the front. So that was really cool. We've got big Boston ferns in the back. I've got oleander that used to live down by the pool that overwinters in the garage there, and a purple ghost Japanese maple. On the tables, Tommy got me those 2 petunia baskets. I love them. They go well with it. And then in these other little things I got at the dollar store, if you can see them, I've got Super Bells on the top. Super Bells on the top. And lemon coral sedum on the bottom. On the table, I've got a mixed succulent pot that I just put together. I love it. That should really fill out. And then the pillow game, those are new pillows there that I got on Etsy. So I'm excited. Behind it here, we've got some mixed, these are petunias and some verbena. On this little spool, we've got a lighthouse that my friend Jen gave me, and some succulents, more petunias, but this has been a great area. And then I'll finish, not with the best scene, but this is all our staging area. That's all the stuff we're getting ready. So we're gonna go see some more stuff. I'm gonna start part 2.